guys, welcome back to the channel. John here. It's time to start building our dream. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than other videos I've done in the past. This one's geared a little bit more towards the outdoor adventure enthusiast who's willing to take their rig on a little bit hardcore trail. Old Buzzard's Roost in North Carolina. It's an overlook that overlooks I-40 as you drive from Smoky Mountains over towards Asheville. Now, a lot of the back roads were closed due to the snow, and this road was probably not one of my greatest ideas. But I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you look at doing Old Buzzard's Roost, don't do it in the snow, okay? It was a little too slick and muddy, and if I had lockers, I probably wouldn't have gotten out of there. More importantly, a guy named Ethan, actually, we had to use his traction boards to get me out of there. I just met him on the trail. He was kind enough to come rescue a Chevy that was stuck with open front and rear diffs. Wouldn't matter because it was solid ice. Going the opposite direction on us, one-way road. Hope you enjoyed today's show, and I apologize up front. I did not get a whole bunch of action shots for a simple matter. We were trying to get the Gladiator off the trail without any major damage. It was secluded. We were by ourselves. Bad idea. It was late afternoon, coming out of a weekend, so we were actually lucky we ran into other folks on the trail, and they helped us out. If we hadn't run into anybody on the trail, we would have been lucky that we got out of there like we did. So, with that being said, roll the footage and hope you guys enjoy. Hold on. Initially, the trail looked very nice. This little low water crossing, nice gravel pavement. I thought I was on a normal Forest Service road, and this thing quickly changed as we got higher and higher in elevation, and it got a bit sketchy with some 17-degree plus off-camber angles near the side of the road that's built into the mountain. Talking with the local, he called this a rock garden. Other people may call it the goat trail, but that's exactly what it is. Once you get past the waterfall, it's straight up and it's rocky, and you've got to climb out of a waterfall and then you climb straight up this hill non-stop. We just came up it, and it's like that the whole way up the side of the mountain. This is Forest Service road. Freaking crazy, man. Logging road, maybe. So even in some videos I've watched, going back looking at Old Buzzard's Roost, you know, this trail, it's challenging even when it's dry. So it's rated a 3 out of 10. I took it as a Forest Service road. I was like, okay, I've been down a couple of trails like that. This thing was definitely a little bit more difficult. And the view right now doesn't exactly do it justice because this is a steep climb, very similar to what we did over at the Georgia Traverse. But this trail was a level up from even the roughest sections that we encountered early on in the Georgia Traverse. So again, the camera doesn't exactly do this justice. This was very off-camber, anywhere from 10 to 17 degrees on a side angle, leaning away from the mountain. So as you notice, the trees are straight up and down. I've got the roof rack and the tent on the back of the Jeep, so I actually tried to ride the right side. This trail did two things. One, it reassured me in the capability of the Jeep, and it showed me where the limitations are as far as traction go when you consider winter driving in the snow and ice. Even in the snow and mud, the tires did great, but when it comes to ice and zero coefficient of friction, things can get bad in a hurry, no matter what tires you have, unless you have studs. As we got higher into the elevations, the trail did have some rocky sections as well as some wallowed out mud holes, and you'll see those coming up. But this climb was not finished at this point, and it just keeps going. Something else to keep in mind is I had not stopped to air down the Jeep. So I took this little flat area, if you want to call it that, and I aired down the tires to 20 psi, and we crawled up this hill quite a ways before we started getting into some difficult, challenging areas. Up here at the crest, it did get really off camber, and here I actually rolled back and I had to engage the rear locker to help crawl up this hill. Also took the high ground following the tracks of the people before me to keep the Jeep leveled off, because this is extremely steep, off cambered, and even when it's dry, this section I assume is very challenging, and I've seen other videos to speak to that part. So as we came up to the high ground, the mountain did not stop throwing challenges at us. Even though it leveled off a little bit, we were about to encounter some other terrain. And this seems pretty, calm, easy driving compared to what we had just come up. But by no means was mountain done with us. Prime example is this mud hole. Hold on. Overall, the Gladiator did extremely well with the Toyo MTs and the Clayton off-road suspension. So when we got to the top of the hill, finally, it turned back into the main Forest Service Road, which was better improved. However, there had been a lot of traffic, and all those tracks quickly turned to ice. We were stuck on the mountain for about 2 hours, late into the hours of darkness, until Ethan came along with some traction boards. So after dealing with a slippery situation, we hit the road in convoy style, loaded up between the overland vehicles, and made our way back down the mountain towards the interstate. Beautiful drive at night, a bit hairy. There was a lot of snow and ice still, so this could have been very treacherous, but it's a well-learned lesson on the limitations of the Jeep Gladiator, which there aren't too many unless you just don't have traction. Comes to airing up the tires, I just use my Pittsburgh 12-volt pump. It clips right onto the battery. The hose is long enough to reach all 4 tires when you put it in the front of the vehicle, but be warned, that hose does get very hot. And with that being said, it takes about 6 minutes per tire and about 24 minutes total to go from 20 psi up to 40. So pretty good little pump for a price that's pretty budget friendly. The Clayton off-road lift kit with the Rancho shocks has performed phenomenally. We got the tent loaded up, we got both our extra large Milwaukee pack outs, tools, Harbor Freight jack. But I just want to tell you guys, thanks for watching. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get the notifications, and keep coming back for more. Once again, 2023, all new adventures. Guys, I get to share my dream with you, but the true purpose of this channel is to motivate, inspire, and help you guys get out there and start building your dreams. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you would, hit the wrench so you can subscribe or check out some of these other videos. In upcoming episodes, Ruby's going to go through a few transformations. She gets a new bed rack, some roto packs, some max tracks, as well as a new 270 awning, and she's going to continue to evolve. We venture to the Outer Banks, Okefenokee Swamp, amongst other places, so stay tuned.